Hey guys, Dan here today, and we are here with a little look at the Sims 4 Dine Out Game Pack. So it is now out and available in Origin, so you can go and purchase this new game pack. Just go to origin.com and you can add it to your cart and enjoy it. Essentially, the Sims 4 Dine Out, as the name kind of suggests, allows you to take your Sims out and about. They can visit restaurants, and you can actually build their own restaurants as well. And you can also run your own restaurant too. So it kind of brings in a bit of the business elements from Sims 2 Open for Business, and also the Sims 4 Get to Work as well. On top of that, there's also new build and buy objects, and there is also new, what do you call it? Food, that is the one. Lots of new experimental food that you can try out as well, which is pretty awesome. But we will kind of dive into all of this as we go into it. So what I'm going to kind of do, I'm going to try and just give you a little look over at everything that's available, from kind of the clothing. So now that clothing is available on men and women, no matter what the gender is, which is really awesome. I can actually show you everything that's available kind of in just one click, which is really useful. So there are 6 new tops, which we're going to have a quick look at. I have not actually looked at all of these yet. I've been playing the game a lot, and my review should be live by the time this video is live. If not, it's on its way. And I'll tell you what, guys, it is so good so far, and I absolutely love it. Might be because I really love running a business and things, so I've just been absolutely loving doing that. But it's great fun. Restaurants is definitely something that's been needed in the game for quite a while now, so it's good that we finally got them back. And they're functional. In The Sims 3, they weren't. They were just rabbit holes. You couldn't see what was going on inside, and that was just really something the game lacked compared to previous games. So there are no new accessories. Let's have a quick look to see if there are any new hairstyles for us as well. I'm not sure if there is off the top of my head. Okay, so there are 4 new hairstyles. So this one here, which we've already got on our sim. This one as well. This one. And that one. I love that everything is just now, you can do what you want regardless of your gender, anything. It's a great barrier to tackle. It's just kudos to the Sims 2. Kudos, whichever one, however you say it. So we're going to quickly bring in someone from the gallery, I think, that I've made in the past. And I'm not actually online apparently. I am online. Maybe the gallery's down. There we go. So let me just see who I have got here. If I go into my households, I think I will bring in, let's stick to tradition. Let's bring in my sim and Shania Twain for this purpose. Actually, it's quite an outdated sim now. I've changed my weave since then. But we will do this. So we've got the Beyond Sims and Shania Twain household. We're going to move them right into Willow Creek, and we will kind of go from there and take a look at the restaurants that are available. We'll start our own restaurant. Let me just type in this cheat code. If you don't know, free real estate allows you just to purchase any lot regardless of its cost, and it doesn't reduce it from your funds. So we will be cheating, but it's kind of just to show you what is on offer in this game pack. So, cheating with a purpose at least. I'm not just cheating for the sake of cheating, although I do that when I play. I'll use motive cheats, I will use money cheats. I just cheat all the time. I remember the days in Sims 1 when I didn't know what Rosebud was, days in Sims 2 where I didn't know what Motherlode was. They were tough times. They were very tough times. Awesome, so we have moved in. So the very first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to make sure our Sims are nice and happy. Fill needs. Amazing, they're happy. And they're going to have a little bit of dollar too. But if we actually go in and manage our worlds, we will actually be able to hopefully place. Actually, I think this might have actually saved into a game I've already been playing. It has. Even better. Let's just double check that one. Yes, it has. So the new restaurant that you can actually place that comes with the game is this one here, which is Chez Lama, or Chez Lama, however you want to pronunciate it. What we'll do, I will go right back to this household, and because I've already got Sims who run that restaurant, we should be able to visit it and kind of see it in action. So what we'll do, we'll head into this, you'll see that pre-built venue which you can purchase if you want to, and you can run it, which is what I've done with some of my Sims. And I'll also show you another restaurant I've been making as well, and running, which is actually 4 stars now, out of 5, so it's doing pretty good in that respect. And then we will go in and make our own. You can kind of see some of the new things, but one thing I will show you which is new, which you can actually use at home as well as out and about, is some of the new Dine Out objects. So obviously, you can place pretty much everything that comes with the pack inside your home. Some of it you kind of don't need to, so you got all the new like chairs and things like that. So there's booths, kind of a bit like there was in the Sims 1 Hot Date. You can put all the signs up because you can customize your own restaurant sign. You've got all the decorations. You've got the cool new fish tank, the wall of bubbles, a new dishwasher. And other random clutter items. But one thing that is really cool is, which I think we can use at home, is the new chef's table. These ones here. So there's one that you can put through the wall, so you'll be able to see through the wall and see what your Sims are up to. And there's also this standalone one as well, which is actually what we use in the restaurant. So they're quite cool. So you can kind of give that like industrial vibe to your Sims. So I think the restaurant, at least I hope so anyway, it should be open. So let me travel with Shania and we will go and see what it's like. By the way, if there's like a blowing noise in the background, I apologise. It's extremely warm in my house at the moment, so just trying to keep it a bit cooler. We're having somewhat warm weather in the UK at the moment, so we're not used to it, okay? Awesome. Let's travel here and we'll have a little look at everything, providing it loads. Please keep spinning, Plumbob. Brilliant. Awesome. One thing I hope you get to see soon is the new lighting. The new lighting in the recent patch, which you get regardless if you have Dine Out, is fantastic. It's really good. The Sims team are just doing some great things at the moment to the Sims 4, so it's going to be really exciting to see where it goes in the next, in the coming years, really. I think they're really picking up the ball and going for it. But then Sims 4 is currently my favourite. Awesome. So let me just quickly pause it. So what we can see here is the restaurant actually in action. So this is actually the restaurant that I have bought. I didn't build it. This is the one that you get. It'll pop up a bit like how it does with the Sims 4 Spa Day, asking you to place it in your world. I hired a host, so a bit like Open for Business. He'll be here. He welcomes you to the restaurant and takes you to a seat, providing he behaves. You've also got then a waiter, and also a chef as well, which they all kind of do the job and I don't need to do. And then you've got the nice little dining area down here, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's just a really cool thing now. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in and request a table. Let's go in, Shania. I don't know why there's chefs here. These are chefs that they all work on a completely different lot. You'll see them at my other restaurant, I think. But let's go in and request a table. Hello. Yes, I'd like a restaurant, please. So he's going to play of the table plan on there, and his fancy little swish thing. Gone are the days of The Sims 2. They had a telephone and did everything. This is all very fancy. Yeah, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Let's find out where this table is. I think Shania's on her way as well. Brilliant. Down the steps. This is one thing I love. Sims 3, they used to shuffle about so much when they went down the steps. Oh, she's sad. Oh, Annabella. Cheer up. So where are we sitting today? Thank you very much for taking me to the table. I appreciate that. So with all this, there's new things like social interaction, so kids can like draw while they're waiting to eat. I think there's some new like things you can chat about, like over the table and things while you're eating. Off the top of my head, I believe that's the case anyway. I may be making that up, but I'm pretty sure there's probably some new things. But I kind of played more with the building and managing rather than the actual dining out thing. I've just been watching other people as they've been kind of like these guys and things when they're in the restaurants. I've just been watching them do things, so I'm not sure. I haven't exactly been paying attention, like I said. So are we going to get someone who comes along soon? Hopefully. Oh, yes. That Dan guy, he is fantastic. But I would very, very much like it if someone came over and served us, guys. There seems to actually be more waiters as well than what I hired before, so that is always a good one. Are you coming over? Yes. No. Maybe. Perhaps. There we go. So you can actually see up here the new chef's station and the new booths being used as well. Hiya. So we'd very much like to order some food. So restaurant. We would like to order for the table, please. That's right, come on over. And then, so when you're managing a restaurant, you can choose exactly what's on the menu. You can put everything from the game, from drinks to the new experimental dishes, and you can really choose what you want, and it will have a level of difficulty. So if your chef is awful, then you're not going to be wanting to be making baked Alaska, for example, which is like a level 5 out of 5 difficulty thing. You can also then unlock perks as you do that. So what we're going to order for the table is we're going to have eggs on toast for Shania. We're going to have a hamburger for Dan. Ooh, what do we want for an appetizer? We will have... Actually, no, we'll just have a macchiato for both of us. And for dessert, we will have the minty mocha cupcake. Amazing. Please come and give us some food, please. So it's really cool how it's kind of moved on from the days of The Sims 2. You've got a lot more choice with that, and it really does bring back that Sims 2 vibe and give you another place to take your Sims, just because it kind of got a bit, there's only so many times you can do things like partying or go into the bar, whereas now you can actually make functioning restaurants. One thing I've done, which I'll show you soon, is I've redesigned one of the nightclubs in Willow Creek into a proper restaurant. So, gives it a new purpose. And I much prefer taking my Sims here, so it's quite a cool place to take them for dates and all other things. So let's see what the chef Nixon is making for us today. Amazing. Hopefully the waiter is not in a bad mood, otherwise they will drop things. So if their if the performance is low, then they'll drop things and all that. So we did order food, but you're bringing the cupcake at the same time. Fair enough. How good's the cupcake? Excellent. Okay, so the chef's improved since I've been running this place. Maybe it's because we're not running it at the moment, so it's just going to be like a decent place to come to, and we're not really like leaving the reviews and all of that. But no, it's still quite cool. So you've got all the things to drink, obviously eating cakes, your Sims are socialising, the waiters will come by. One thing they keep doing at the moment, they do seem to put things on the floor a lot, which you can see right here, which gets a bit redundant in the end. But, and see, they kind of keep doing that because they're not really too sure what to do. One waiter will drop it, the other one will then come along and they'll pick it back up, and they get there in the end, basically. But, but it can take a while. But, it's kind of small things. There's a few bugs, but they'll be ironed out with time, I imagine. One bug I really noticed was that my Sim was talking to another Sim through the wall, which I'll highlight in my written review. But again, it's a bit weird, but I'm sure they will fix it with time. At least I hope so, anyway, because that would be a little bit awkward otherwise. So, have we got any more food on the way? I'd like to think so. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I didn't order the mains. Maybe the dessert like overwrote the mains. Must have, because it's not here. Oh god, she's gonna pit herself. Cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to manage worlds, and I'm gonna quickly go back to the other family moment, which is actually another self-sim of me, and that'll be very peculiar. But if I go in here and play Awesome. Any moment it will load, and we will be able to see how that goes. Online services will be coming down for maintenance in 30 minutes. Thank you very much. Okay, so you all recognise this place, hopefully, from the base game. I have redone it. We've got a nice waiter stand outside, host stand outside. We've got some new objects. Got a nice sign up there which we've customised. And on the inside as well, I've completely redesigned it with chef station, kitchen, places to dine, and kind of made it this really cool place to hang out, which I'm quite impressed with. So we're going to bring my sim down here, and we're just going to quickly make him happy. And you know what? We're going to open up the business. So down in the bottom right here, so like with Get to Work, you've got your owned businesses panel, and you can also manage your restaurants down here as well. So even if you don't have Get to Work, you can still manage restaurants. So it kind of does bring a little less value away from Get to Work, but you can't actually, you still need Get to Work to actually run like a retail shop to sell anything. So it kind of depends what you're interested in doing, but it's very similar functionality. If we go into managing the business, we can do things like pricing markups, advertising packages to bring people. I've unlocked a perk to allow ingredient quality. You can choose the entire menu. There are some preset ones, but you can also completely customize it to your liking as well, so it's really, really cool that. And it's important to know that you can actually customize this when you're building it. So if you send it to the gallery, it will still save that with the lot, so you can share your, you know, like the way employees dress, the menu, and everything with the world. Essentially, it's really, really cool. And then you can choose some predefined outfits, or you can add your own and choose the dress code that people should do when they show up here. One thing as well, then you can actually go in and you can see how your business is going. So you can see finances. As you can see, mine's not very profitable, but hey, Motherload does that. Shows you areas where you could actually grow, so for mine it's the meal quality and also more of a personal touch, but the service is apparently excellent. And then you can see as well how good your employees are. If employees aren't, so when you first get your employees, they're not going to be that great. When you hire them, you can actually give them training, and then when they come back the next day, they will be trained up and slightly better, and as they're also doing the job, they'll get better and better. So you'll start off a little bit shaky, but then as time goes on, it gets quite easy to bring up the popularity of the venue itself. Then you can go and actually manage the employees themselves, so you could fire some, you could demote them, you can promote them, you can choose who you want working for you, and then as well, excuse me, you can go in and see things like customers and kind of choose all these perks and add them into your game. So you've got a lot of customization in terms of how you run the business, and then when it comes to building it as well. So when we're actually running a restaurant, you do need certain things. You need a sink, you need a toilet, a chef station, which is one of these two items here, at least 4 places to sit, and a waiter station, which is this little thing here, where they dispose of all the plates and things, and also the host station, which I put outside because it kind of got a bit crammed in there when they were trying to show people 2 places. But if I open up the business, all the staff will arrive on the lot and kind of go to where they need to be. One thing I really wish we could do, like in Open for Business, is click on like be the waiter, be the host, or be the chef. You cannot do those roles. You are the owner. You're kind of very hands off and watching everything happening. That's kind of the only thing that I don't like about the whole restaurant system. And it's kind of the same sort of thing as well with the whole Get to Work system. It's all a very similar thing. But with that in mind, it's a lot deeper still than how it was in Sims 3. So you can see here we can welcome people. I think that was the... okay, no, it's not the waiter from the other restaurant, but it looks very similar. You can welcome people, you can see how happy they are, kind of how they're feeling. And you can check on their tables. If they're not happy, you could give them free drinks, you could bring down the price of their food. You kind of got all this very much management options, so you're just there making sure everything's running smoothly, telling your employees off if it's not going well, praising them if they're doing things right. And yeah, it is really cool, and I'm quite pleased with how this restaurant's gone. I've lost a lot of hours over the last few days just kind of building up the restaurant. Even though it doesn't look that great, I did kind of try to think of something cool and rearrange it without changing the outside at all. And we've actually here, this is actually the hotel in, not the hotel inspector, crikey, that's a TV show. This is actually the restaurant inspector. So you can see everyone's kind of trying to cram in. We've actually got 2 of them, and these people are very important to keep happy, because they will give you a very nice review at the end. So that's what you need to look out for. So keep that in mind when you are running your restaurant, and it will go to success. We can see our waiters are on standby, our chefs are cooking, our host is trying to bring people in. It gets very difficult too when everyone kind of shows up at the same time, and definitely needs some work on there to kind of work out where people are standing and how to do things. Again, this is when it'd be great if we had the option to like check people in and take them to their table. But a lot of time they're in groups, so when you take one person, loads of people go at the same time. So, you know, kind of balances it all out, and it's not too bad. But from having a quick look at this, we can see that you can run your own restaurant. There are new experimental foods in the game as well on the menu. I haven't shown you that because that's something you kind of need to skill up at and have a go at cooking yourself. There are some very weird things that you can cook. So definitely make sure your Sims are trained up, because people were not liking the food my Sims were serving originally. So you don't want your restaurant to kind of crash and burn before it finds its feet. And I really just enjoy being able to run restaurants again and have them as an open venue. That's where Sims 3 stumbled so badly. It's sure it was an open world, but you couldn't do anything in the buildings really. So it's really great that we've kind of gained back some of that functionality again. And you know what? I think I'm going to have a really great time kind of taking all my Sims out, going dining, and there's going to be some really cool things appearing on the gallery, I think, from people. Like I can imagine there being some like 60s style diners popping up and all of that. So I'm really looking forward to getting them in my game and running them, just because I really love running businesses in The Sims. That's what keeps bringing me back to The Sims 2 Open for Business, and I think this is going to bring me a lot more to enjoying running businesses in The Sims 4 as well, because while I love it and get to work, restaurants are definitely something I really wanted, and this, at least at the moment, is really doing a good job at filling that hole. So I'll just have a quick glance at my notes again in a second. These will be all in the written review, but I just want to make sure that as you're watching the video, you kind of get to see everything. So I've covered the fact that there's a new restaurant that's really beautiful and really awesome. You can hire and choose all the staff and manage your entire restaurant. But kind of the only downside to this, I would say, is I just wish you could do the roles that the staff are performing, and I would also really like it if some of the bugs were eliminated as well. It gets a bit silly sometimes when you see your Sim kind of standing on the other side of the wall to talk to your Sim. I'll try and see if I can do it now. I may have fixed it, but it may... Nah, they're not going to do it for the video. But what was happening whenever I wanted my Sim to talk to this Sim, he'd stand over here instead and chat to her. So it was a bit... yeah, it was very weird. But all in all, The Sims 4 Dine Out is a really good game pack. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. You know, the game packs are quite a cool concept. It fills that niche without the entire need for an expansion pack. So I'm really excited to see what people start making with the game, and I'm really excited to continue playing the game. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm definitely going to be bringing you more Sims 4 Dine Out content on my website, which is beyondsims.com. Make sure you head over there to see all the latest news and written review for it, and also leave your comments and rating for it. And also let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if you'll be getting Dine Out after looking at this video, or if there's still any questions you need answering, and I can answer them in the comments for you. So I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you very much for watching.